me, Phyllis Rose. Forgive me for interrupting your stories, but it's time for a very special edition of Access Landview. How you doing? Okay, let's jump right into hot topics. And nobody's hotter right now than Jessica Buchanan Brennan. Word on the street is she hopped a plane to Vegas and hasn't been seen or heard from since.
The Vegas cops couldn't arrest me, not for one teeny little slap, especially when I convinced them it was an accident. And they couldn't arrest Ford for kidnapping his own wife. Face it, lunkhead, you lost.
It's not easy being Jessica, or whoever she says she is this week. When that poor little rich girl says she's not herself today, boy, she isn't kidding. Like mother, like daughter, I guess. But I won't lie to you, duckies. For those of us who toil in the gossip industry, Jessica's crack-ups and breakdowns are the gift that keeps on giving.
Echo, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a crisis at the moment, so whatever you have to say is just going to have to wait.
You stay away from Charlie Banks. Vicky has gone through enough. She's in a fragile state, and I do not want you to push her over the edge.
I'm sorry, Vicky, but it can't wait.
But recently, it seemed the sultry socialite was heading for a happy ending. She was about to marry her Prince Charming. However, in what became the scandal that sent Buchanan Enterprise stock into a free fall, a BE employee, one Vimal Patel, crashed Jessica's wedding and accused her doting daddy, Clint Buchanan, of monkeying around with Jessica's paternity test so as to pass the child off as Prince Charming's. And, said Patel, Daddy Dearest's skullduggery didn't end there. Buchanan asked Patel to pull another DNA switcheroo, this time to hide Mr. Buchanan's relationship with his own son.
Well, spit it out, Balsam. You said that you had something that you wanted to tell me about my son. So, what? Did something happen to Matthew?
No, this isn't about Matthew.
Okay.
It's about David Vickers.
What's he done now?
This isn't the first time a long-lost love child has turned up at Shea Buchanan. They exhaust me. Those hunky Texan tycoons sure got around back in the day. But that's another story.
You have no idea.
Now, earlier today, it looked like Clint could be headed for the slammer. That is until today's stunning reversal.
What reversal?
You've got Vimal Patel to take the fall for you, but I'm going to find out, you son of a...
Hi, Mom.
Matthew, what are you doing here?
Why shouldn't I be here? Uncle Clint didn't do anything wrong.
Do you remember when Kelly hired me to track down David because she thought that Doreen was falling apart and that she needed to confront David to find closure?
Yeah. And?
I found him. I know where your son is.
I don't need flowers.
I'm sorry. There was something in your tone, your eyes, made me think that something might have upset you.
If something did, I prefer roses.
I'll keep that in mind.
And if I needed consolation, I would not turn to a con artist like you.
And your friend Phyllis will have all the juicy details for you when we return to this very special edition of Access Landview. The Buchanans, a family under siege.
Mr. Buchanan, I just read the superlative news. Bravo, sir.
Thank you, Nigel, and I have even more news.
Master Joseph will be living here?
Oh, yes, he will, along with his brand new wife, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, sayonara, bonehead. Oh, and you too, babe. Me and my husband will be going.
Going where? Ford, are you really going with her?
No, he's not. They're not going anywhere.
You already horned your way into our wedding. What, you want to come to the honeymoon, too?
You're under arrest.
For what?
You already tried that, remember?
Well, I'm not arresting Ford for kidnapping this time. I'm arresting him for rape.
Fine, fine. Just say whatever it is you have to say, and then please go away.
Well, as difficult as this is to say.
Charlie! Oh, sweetheart, I'm so glad you're home.
Yeah, I caught the first plane out once the weather cleared up. What are you doing here, Echo?
I don't know. She said she has something important to say, which she was about to do.
You quit your job because your father and I asked you to.
I know. But BE could be going under because of all the bad press. I mean, the stock's down 20 points.
Okay, that is Clint's problem. That's not yours.
We can't just lose everything that Grandpa worked so hard for. We have to do what we can to save the company.
You love family, and I think that's great. Nothing would make me happier. But your Uncle Clint
was cleared of all charges. I just heard. So what's the problem, Mom?
Well, I know that Clint claims he's innocent of switching the DNA test results, but I don't believe it for a minute. I don't know how he did it, but I'm pretty sure that he got Vimal Patel to take the fall for him.
Miss Aubrey, it's a pleasure.
Oh, Nigel, the pleasure is all mine.
Is that more like it?
Yes, outside. You know what? Let me give you a hand.
Yeah, thank you.
So, I can't believe you talked Joey into this.
Oh, it was easy. My son has a kind heart, and despite his he responded when he heard that I wanted to make amends. Plus, you and I had a deal, and we both honored it, so what's the problem? You went to Vimal's wife, and you convinced her to have him take the blame, and that got me out of a lot of legal difficulties. And in return, I will not tell Joey that you're a cheap little tramp trying to get some Buchanan money. So it's a win-win situation, Aubrey. Mm-hmm. And you should be very happy living here. This is Buchanan Ground Zero. I am doing you a favor.
I don't think it's a favor. This is you keeping your enemy close.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Just take the flowers. It's a peace offering.
Sloppy seconds.
Fine. Give them to Kelly for me, then. I'll just put them in a vase for now, and then I'll go.
Oh, wait a minute.
Is this the guy that upset you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dorian, you cut the picture in half. Looks like a broken heart to me. I need to tell you.
No, you don't have to tell me anything about David. All right? I don't go on my face myself, but Nora, she keeps me up to speed. And I know that he's all over Europe running around. He's chasing supermodels, going to some kind of whipped cream parties.
Phone parties.
Well, whatever. David ran out on everybody in Landview. You know, it's one thing for him to run off on Dorian, but what he did to Matthew, that's unforgivable.
Matthew?
Yeah, he ran out on him, Balsam. Just when Matthew was starting to see him as a big brother, starting to, you know, he started to look up to him. He started to care about him. Not that I always agreed with David's methods of brotherly bonding, but I thought it was a good idea for him to get to know his older brother.
Bo.
You know, I even started to warm up to the guy myself. I started to see past that superficial, scheming side of David, and I started to see him as a son. But then he pulled his disappearing act. It's like he didn't give a damn about Matthew or about me. So whatever you have to tell me about him right now, frankly, I don't really give a damn. Because I tell you right now, my family, which, by the way, officially includes you now, Balsam, we don't really need David in our lives because he betrayed all of us.
It's not true, Bo. David didn't betray you. I did.
Haven't you heard of cutting back on non-essentials? Anyway, this is none of your business.
All right, you obviously pride yourself on your ability to cope.
but it's not working right now. So I'm just saying that if you want to talk to somebody, I'm here.
And why would I do that?
The same reason that people on airplanes divulge their deepest secrets. Because you don't know me. And I don't rely on you for strength or expect anything from you. Hell, I ain't even a voter in Landview.
Heck, I don't think they let gold diggers vote in Landview.
So I take it this relationship ended badly.
That's it, you're out of time. Yes, indeed. Get out of my house.
You betrayed me? How?
After David left Dorian at the altar, I thought that Clint might know something about where David went.
So did you do some digging?
More like broke into his office. I'm sorry, I know it was a dumb idea.
No, it's okay. Did you find anything?
Yeah. I found evidence that proved that David didn't abandon Dorian at all. There was no way he could have gotten to that wedding, no matter how much he wanted to.
What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, I hate to have to tell you this. David was kidnapped.
What?
And he was thrown in a Moroccan prison, and he has been there ever since.
What? Who'd do that to him?
It was Clint.
Does this have something to do with Dad's supposed affair with Nate's mom?
Yes. Yes, it does.
How was that Uncle Clint's fault?
Okay. You said that Uncle Clint hinted to you that he'd heard some rumors about your father and I having affairs?
So he was wrong. That doesn't mean
It's not that he was wrong, Matthew. He was lying. Sweetheart, he invented those rumors. He's using you. That's what he's been doing. He's been using you to stir up trouble between your father and me.
Why would he do that?
Because he wants to break us up.
This isn't C. Daddy Buchanan's first bastard bundle of joy to show up at the family moat. Some of the older members of my audience might remember.
Aubrey and I were talking about how glad we'll be when the gossip dies out.
There's only one way to deal with bottom feeders like Phyllis.
So, would you like to see a room?
Can't wait.
Wait, East Wing, right? I can show you.
Would you bring up my luggage, please?
Nigel, I have plans for the new Mrs. Buchanan, but my plate's a little full right now, so, well, I'm going to be needing your help, Nigel.